Hello, you're watching Escape Adulthood Live, your number one source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
On this week's show, we're talking about what we did to celebrate Escape Adulthood Day and sharing something brand new that we've made and making the case for more whimsy.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Hello, thank you for shenanigating with us. And we're laughing as we're reading the comments because I'm like, okay, who would you rather be tonight? Mike Schroeder eating cookies and milk, moo juice, or Rachel with her sangria recently? I mean, this is a tough decision for me.
Ben said he's drinking house brand Kool-Aid. I like that too.
Which is right up your alley.
Only top shelf,
right?
That's what I'm.
I
about
brought
the top
out
shelf.
the whimsy. Can you actually see? Oh yeah, good. I kind of let the giraffe have all the fun tonight.
Yes.
We did have a Twisty straw in the house. Thank goodness.
Speaking of fun, we had some fun this weekend. I don't know how many of you out there celebrated Escape Adulthood Day. Looking at the
comments,
the crowd, I recognized some names and I remember seeing some pictures of some celebrants. And August 8th, which is the 20th anniversary of the Kim and Jason comic strip. That was the first day that it was published. So we sort of officially say that's kind of like when our business really started. And the Kim and Jason comic strip is no longer here, but the mission is alive and well. And so on August 8th was the 20th year anniversary.
Crazy.
And we
decided
to celebrate, to fight adultitis. And we encourage everyone to do as well.
And it made it on the Celebrate Everything calendar this year. So if you own a Celebrate Everything calendar, you saw Escape Adulthood Day. We asked people to do something fun and then hashtag, Escape Adulthood Day for a chance to win a prize. But we were kind of quiet about what the prize was. Did you guys notice that?
We were. But what is the prize, Kim? Because we're going to give it away tonight.
Yes.
Someone that tagged us did something fun, tagged it.
It was so much fun looking through everybody's. Oh my gosh. It took forever.
And to be fair, it was a random affair. We had to scour the internet to get as many of the things as we could find. Searched all the channels, and we're going to announce the winner. And what does the winner win?
The winner is going to win 1 year's membership of the Wonder and Whimsy Society.
Wow, that's big stuff right there.
It is big stuff.
It is.
So it's exciting. And we just, wanted it to be a pure intention, honestly, of why we didn't tell you what you were winning. Because I think, we want to see who is really going to do it.
Yeah.
And not just
really
want to get a free membership, right?
Doing it. So, so we're going to be sharing that a little bit later in the show. We encourage you to stick around for that.
Yes.
We're going to share some of our favorite submissions that we got. There are so many good ones, so it's really hard to say.
We couldn't include them all.
There were a lot of favorites that didn't make it, I suppose, is a fair way to say it. But we'll be sharing that in a little bit. If you are here, it's going to be a fun night of whimsy. Please feel free to share this with people in your Facebook feed if you're watching this live. Heck, even if you're not watching it live, let people know about this show and the replay and why they need to be watching it. Yeah. Because it's sort of that bright spot on a hump day in the middle of the week.
Yes, everybody's needing a little something. So thanks for all I see so many awesome people here tonight. Thank you. And some new names too. So hello all over the place. Sharon and California, Ben out in the East Coast.
Frankie wants to know if winning a giraffe is the option. Unfortunately, no, that's not. However, tune in for the Let's Draw segment because we have a little bit more complicated one tonight, but I have faith that you guys will be able to nail it. So what we wanted to do first is, I'm sure not everyone got to see some of our highlights from what we did on Escape Adulthood Day, but we wanted to share them a little bit of an edited version to give you a flavor of what went down last Saturday.
Happy Escape Adulthood Day!
Hello, everyone.
Woo!
It is time. We're having breakfast, first of all.
Right, it's 9 a.m.
You gotta start. It's a big day. You gotta start with something that is gonna put some hair on your chest, right, Kim?
Always.
You gotta have the energy to fight adultitis. So we are doing that today. We're having breakfast in a way that definitely adultitis would not be.
Yeah, adultitis is gonna freak out today. There's gonna be a lot of fun happening, and adultitis is not gonna be happy at all.
No, it's going to be sore by the end of the day.
Oh, that's a lot of sprinkles, buddy, on your waffles? Wow.
You gotta get the roughage in there.
I know, right? How about you, Liz?
I just have a big pile of stuff.
And Ro, I think yours does not disappoint. Let's see.
Mine is whipped cream.
Do you have caramel too?
Whoa, look at that, guys. So,
Sprinkles.
oh boy. Who else wants some? Oh boy, the boy. Here we go. Happy Escape Adulthood Day! Well, you may remember the Penguins Can't Fly book. We were breaking rules like crazy. In fact, when we did our book tour, we went on the road with these guys. Yes, Crayola. And we were breaking the rule, thou shalt not draw on thy children. If you have never drawn on someone with markers, you are missing out. This is like the easiest fun there is. We got Ro, she got a little turtle and a rainbow mustache per her request, okay? Lucy, I don't know what's going on here. You look kind of like Loose Kaboom, like Duke Kaboom from Toy Story. Pretty sweet. And for those who have read Jason's book, we've got the purple mustache. This is epic.
Did it take you to grow that out, Ben?
Oh boy, guys. Every
Lipstick?
8-year-old boy dreams of this moment. And this is
Like Joker?
unfiltered, uncensored. Oh boy.
Why so serious?
Oh, these two do like Batman.
Ready.
Hey.
Good. I'm ready for a night on the town. I got the green eyebrows. Nice.
Let's do this.
One of the best ways to escape adulthood is have your children draw on you.
Ro drew like a mock-up.
Yeah, she was doing thumbnail sketches.
So, what do you think, guys? Here we go. Oh, I'm looking in the
Nice.
mirror. This is, oh, what do we got? A little heart? Sunshine?
We did.
Ooh, this is, yeah. Oh, look at that. It even matches my
I
necklace.
think we should just go to a tattoo parlor and just trace over this, make it permanent. But right now, we are about to get messy. It's called Whipped Cream Wars.
It's like a little
With
Olympic,
this.
yeah, with Cool Whip. We're gonna start with Sky High Pie Face. So we're all gonna take like a handful and we're going to basically throw it up and try to catch it in our mouths. All right, Sky High Pie Face. You know, try this at home.
See how it
right?
goes.
All right, everybody grab a handful. Grab a handful.
All right.
Sky High Pie, inspired by Scott Courtney out in Brooklyn, New York. Oh my gosh, it's really cold! 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
Oh, I caught it.
Oh my gosh! That was awesome! Oh, it's so yummy! This one's gonna be called High Fives. High fives, friends. High five! Our third competition is called Hair Salon.
Ah, yes.
So here we go.
Okay, ready?
He looks pretty scared.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so cold.
Oh! Go!
You're so careful. Oh,
Here.
Just to kind of give you an idea of the coverage here, it's turning out pretty good, you know.
Swallow, guys.
Hair salon. Oh, it's so cold.
All right.
It's time for Daddy to get his. Are you ready for this? This one's called Point Blank.
I immediately regret this.
Point Blank is basically what you'd think. We're gonna basically just kind of give Jason what he's been overdue for,
Pray for me.
which is
Pray for me, Argentina.
some shenanigans. All right, on the count of 3. Do you guys have enough for a couple rounds?
No.
They're fine.
Real high on
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. This is good stuff, you guys. I can't tell you. There. All right.
Well, I hope you had fun watching that. As much fun as we had doing it.
It took a while to get cleaned up from that last one.
Yeah, it's been a full day.
But we all took showers. We had it all ready to go. So that was our afternoon of cleaning up. And it was awesome.
But one of the things we love to do as a family is have, what do we call it, movie night with
pizza movie night.
Pizza. Sometimes we will just order out, Pizza Hut or the local pizza place, something like that. But we're kicking it up tonight, a little bit different.
Yeah, guys, what have we been doing the last half hour or so?
Making homemade pizzas.
Homemade pizzas, and everybody got their own crust. And tell us, Lucy, a little bit about what kind of toppings we went for this evening.
Well, we have cheese curds
Yes.
and brats.
Pheasant brats and cheese curds. Is that not Wisconsin, friends? And if you've never had cheese curds on a pizza, it's highly recommended, right, Ben?
Yeah.
What happens to the cheese when it gets all, cooked?
It melts.
And then what movie are we watching? I don't even know yet. Anybody know?
Spies in disguise.
Spies in Disguise. So that looks pretty cool.
So that we're excited to watch that. We're going to be watching that in the living room. We got kind of like little sheet put down where we can all sit. Well, let's not be kidding. We won't.
Kids will be on the floor.
Kids will be on the floor.
So thanks for being with us here today, you guys, and helping us celebrate Escape Adulthood Day. We cannot wait to see and search tonight before bed all the things that you guys did. So thanks for making it a special day for all of us.
Happy Escape Adulthood Day.
See ya.
I'm still tired from Saturday.
I brought back some memories as I got pelted with Cool Whip. I love what Paul said. He said, I wonder how much they would charge in a fancy salon for that treatment, right?
I know.
We should make that a new business, is just give that
Cool
Whip coating.
And you may remember, this is inspired by Adultitis Fighters, just like you guys. Scott and Brittany out in Brooklyn sent us like the how-to guide of this. You guys are amazing. So thank you for inspiring us. As soon as we heard it, we have to do that.
Literally all of our best ideas come from you. Like we have the unique privilege of
being
hearing
inspired,
them from people, and then we use them and share them with other people.
Right.
But we're not very original in a lot of our ideas, so we just kind of steal them from
There's nothing new
good
under
ones
the
from
sun,
you.
right?
Jody, I like that. She said such great memories for your kids to look back on when they are grown. And that's part of the reason we do it, and that's why we inspire and hopefully encourage people to do likewise, because those are the things that when you get in the day-to-day of life, and life just happens. Was it John Lennon said, life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans. And so that's what it's all about.
You are, right? The memories are important to savor.
Yes.
So, yes.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
All right, you guys. So we wanted to spend just a little bit of time sharing a little bit about this Wonder and Whimsy Society, because, some of you are just hearing about it for the first time. And we just wanted to speak from our heart and give you guys a little bit of the backstory behind it and like where it came from. And it was really inspired by this COVID stuff and being forced to be, we had to shut down the summit. All of my speaking gigs got
Gone.
Cleared
the
and it was
schedule.
like, what is the point of this? What do we want to do? And we realized through this experience that like experiences don't have to just happen in person. We like doing in-person stuff, but we're like, what could we create to create an experience that lasts all year long, something that's intentional.
And we'd gotten feedback from people over the years of like, oh, I'd love to come to a summit, but I just can't pull that off, the airfare and the hotels and all the extra travel expenses. So, and although we have to have people come from different states, it just depends on the time of the year and all this stuff. So we're like, you know what, let's put our heads together and let's not just create an online conference. Let's create an online and community, an experience that we can have for the whole year. So that's where this came from.
Yeah, and really, as we got into it and started to get more excited about it, we realized all of the different things that we've done over the last 20 years have kind of built up to this moment. Right. And so we want to share a few things, like some things that will go way back in the past that some of you will remember. Possibly, but what was the first thing that comes to mind, Kim?
I'm going to fill the jar with all the things that are, kind of contributing. So we have the Escape Adulthood Summit. We've done 7 or 8. I don't know. I can't remember. We were talking about it at dinner. I'm like, I don't know. We've done several summits, which are 2 to 3 day experiences of just magic and meaningful moments.
Yeah, and being able to create a community from that, where people get to realize that they're not on an island, that they're joined with kindred spirits, and there's a lot of shenanigans that happen in a summit, for sure.
As many of you in the chat know. Then we have Wonder Hunt, which we've done 2 courses of, and that's a photography-inspired class that I've put together. But the coolest thing about Wonder Hunt is that there's challenges, and then people share what they did for them. And that's the part that we loved about that. We're like, let's bring that into the Wonder and Whimsy Society, where we're going to have a private place for people to share and feel like that's a trusted environment, a safe place to share. So yeah,
having little challenges that people can share, but also cheer on other people, and that's kind of the magic. Those of you in
Wonder Hunt know what I'm talking about. There's some magic there. I know Kathy Rose and Kara on the chat. You guys know I'm talking about Barb. The next thing, Adventure Club. Many
Who
of you
remembers
would be like,
Adventure Club?
Oh, Adventure Club. That was maybe you could articulate better, but it was basically a challenge-based thing we did a while back that we provided people with stickers.
Yeah,
is that right?
we gave crazy challenges, fun challenges for people to do, and then rewarded them with stickers, kind of like little badges like Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts would get.
So that's kind of what inspired our monthly secret missions that will come in your mail, in the mailbox every month, that you have to decode.
Which we'll get to that in a second.
Okay, yes. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right, next thing, many of you have seen our first aid kits, Adultitis first aid kits. These are little packages of joy. We've done them in different ways over the years, but this reminded us of like, oh, we can do something where we mail something to people, and it's something to look forward to.
They're tools for fighting adultitis, right? And so we were excited and inspired by that.
Oh, here goes a little retro.
Who remembers this? Is there anyone watching? Escape Lab. We only did one, once. Although now we've kind of used that term in the Escape Adulthood League as a term of our courses. But the very first one we did had a red box with cool things in it. Some of the things you would open on a certain day. There was sort of like a surprise, and then it included different content, and people still talk about that to this day. Who was in that first one, and so we love that idea.
There were parts of it we loved. There were parts of it that we didn't love, which is why we didn't do a second one. But there's always been those parts we haven't found a home for.
Yes,
and we're bringing that into the Wonder and Whimsy Society. All right, the private community. So many of you are a part of the Escape Adulthood League. Well, there is currently a private group called the Wonder and Whimsy Society group, and you have to be a member to be in it. And that's where we're going to be kind of having these discussions and supporting one another in a different way that only members can be a part of.
Yeah, we kind of want this to be a chance to really more, I guess, intimately do life with people who are serious about fighting adultitis. Like, we love everyone who's in the tribe, but we want to do something even a little bit more intimate to give a little bit more behind the scenes, more access, communication, things like that, but also connect people with each other to realize that you're not on an island. You're not alone. This is sort of like the family of your choosing.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Right. And by the way, Christy Ward reminds us that she did Escape Lab. She says we spelled her name right, which she loved. The little things, right?
All right, another thing that we're really excited about, as we hinted before, is these monthly secret missions. So Mr. Designer over here is just chomping at the bit about what this is. I know. He's
they
like
are
out, you
ordered.
guys.
The first one's
Geeking
ordered.
out.
And so what I love about this is, remember when I talked about the Adventure Club and how people would do the challenge and they'd get like a sticker that was sort of like a badge, like it was like a prize you could earn, right? And so I loved that concept. But as we were talking about this secret mission, and it's basically this sort of open-ended challenge that's designed in a way, anyone that has the escape plan, you'll know that those challenges are designed in a way that literally 1,000 people could do the challenge and there could be 1,000 different results. So every month will be some sort of a challenge that will come by mail that will be kind of like a reminder of like, okay, I need to play. I need to do something fun.
Permission granted,
that's the permission. And so basically this is a mock-up of a postcard. This is the front, this is the back. And the front has just basic instructions of what to do. But the back has the mission written in secret code. And so
he actually wrote his own font for this.
I may have made my own font for this.
I told you, like, totally geeking out, you guys. Totally geeking out.
So even when the postman or postwoman delivers it, they will not be able to read the secret mission because they don't have the secret code. But even more geeky is on the card itself is a trading card that you can cut out, and it is sort of like your badge, your souvenir for achieving the challenge. And on the back, there's a place for you to write when it was completed. So you can always have that as a reminder of the different things you've done.
And he made it the exact same size so that you can put him in those sleeves.
Yeah,
he like totally collected baseball cards, you guys. So he's totally got that all figured out. Right?
And we have plans for, we have another card that we designed we're going to have like special edition ones that are like if you do certain tasks or certain secret things, you can earn those. And some people have already earned some of those. So I'm excited about that.
I am with you. Nerd alert, nerd alert. And this is like nerd in the best way because I can't do any of this. And it's really his excitement. So
this is how we could tell that this was sort of meant to be, because it's pulling stuff from our childhood of things we like to do. We're like, I think we've been building this for 40 years. In some cases.
Right? Okay.
So what's next, Kim?
Next is Mastermind Meetings. Okay, so this is kind of where I geek out, to be honest, because I love the concept of helping people solve their problems. So at the summit, we do this, we've done this in different ways, but it's been one of the things that people have said, I love those masterminds. So topic-based, everybody's kind of contributing and helping facilitate, like we're facilitating this conversation of common challenges. And we're actually really excited to bring some different people in on different subjects. And these will be monthly mastermind meetings that we'll be having probably through Zoom, but it'll be more intimate with members only. So we're pretty pumped. The list of topics is growing. Yeah,
we're excited because as a founding member, you can help shape the topics. That's what we're kind of looking for, is what kind of things do you want to talk about? Like if there's people that have like, they've got a project they're working on and they want advice on what to get to the next step. It might be things like that. It might be, how can we bring more fun into our relationship? Like when we first started dating, we've talked about the idea of like, how can I be a fun parent without being walked over all the time? Because I still have to have them follow certain rules, right? So every month there'll be a chance to kind of explore different topics and things like that, and realize that the wisdom comes from the collective group.
Right, which is what we've seen at all the summits. It's amazing. We just get out of the way, right?
Yep, totally.
Jody Jensen is wondering if she gets a secret decoder.
Yes. So everyone who signs up will get their membership kit, and it will have a little member handbook that has really cool, nerdy things, including
cool.
On the front inside cover is the decoder. So you'll be able to use
there's
that.
There's a pledge. it's filled up with some really sweet things.
Yeah.
So, all right, now we have quarterly mystery mailings. So this is kind of, we took what we loved about the Escape Lab with that mailing concept,
and
of
kit,
course the lemonade stand,
kit.
and kind of merged it into like, what would we want to send people every quarter? And that just kind of brainstormed a whole bunch of ideas about what would be exciting to send, what would be inspiring to send, what could inspire certain things we could all do together. So there's some secrets there, but let's just say that could be some different exclusive things that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be making things just for Wonder and Whimsy Society.
Yeah.
People who are members will get the first of a lot of the stuff that we create, and in some cases the only of the stuff we create.
We're just gonna do some short run stuff or whatever the numbers require.
We usually, if it's anything like the swag bags at the Escape Adulthood Summit, we usually go overboard. So that is probably going to be the case again. But again, between that and the monthly mailings, like that, one of the things I'm most excited about is the anticipation.
Right.
I always loved like when you would send away for something and you were like, wait every day. It's kind of like Ralphie at Christmas Story, waiting for the secret decoder pin.
Right.
Like, is it here today? Is it here? And when there is that red envelope or the red box that comes, it's like Christmas morning. And we adults don't get enough of that. And so that's part of what we wanted to build into this thing.
For sure. All right, this one's kind of fun because it's kind of a newer thing. Art videos. So some of you saw Hope in the Darkness, Jason. These take a lot of work to make. Let's just put it that way, where you have to basically set the camera up every time. And so he did like a fast motion. Is that the right phraseology?
Yeah, time lapse.
Time lapse version of him painting one of his paintings. So he wants to do more of that. And so that's something we want to kind of put into the membership.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of little things. We're not promising like I'm going to do one of those a month, but it is something as like, I want to do more of that. I want to do more behind the scenes where you can actually see the painting get made from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the examples of kind of like things we're throwing in here. We were very careful not to overblow like all of the things, but at the same time, we want to let you know that we have so many cool things in store that if you're on the fence, it's like, if it's something that you can swing, you're not going to want to miss this.
Right.
So speaking of like little extra pieces, right?
Yes. We talked about this on Facebook on Saturday, the Silly Supper Club. So basically, we might have some interesting little virtual suppers and meetups while we're doing different things, whether it's barbarian spaghetti or eating with big utensils, or maybe it's themed on a certain ingredient. So our brains are just, and I know Rachel here in the chat has just like overflowing with ideas for that one.
I was going to say that was actually Rachel's idea, that Silly Supper Club. The minute we heard it, we loved it. And it's an example. Like, so again, we're not the only ones who are in on this. Jenna, many of you know Jenna. Rachel has been helping us out with this. And then that's, again, what I love about the founding member opportunity is you all, like, somebody might have an idea that's like, we should do this. And then we do it, and it's awesome. And then next time when we open it up, the doors again, people are like, that's like a number one selling point. Like, I'm excited about that sort of serendipitous kind of stuff, but we want you to help us shape it for sure.
We're super open to new ideas with that. And then last but not least, this one, everybody loves Marty, right? Like, Marty has been the guy that we've been hiding and hide and seek. Well, in the Wonder and Whimsy Society, we have a different version of Marty to share.
Well, we have this version of Marty to share, and we have this version of Marty to share, and we have this version of Marty to share, and this one, and actually there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of versions. This is what we are calling Wonder Marty. And the normal traditional Marty is black and white with a little orange, little yellow beak. Wonder Marty has an array of colors. And the thing is with regular Marty, some of you may know, is the idea is you hide him with friends and family members on one another. Wonder Marty you keep with yourself. and you take him with you on your adventures, and you take pictures of him, kind of like, if you know Flat Stanley. This is like our version of Flat Stanley.
Yeah.
What is also cool is this is an eraser, so his little wings come off, his feet come off, his little nose comes off. There's 4 different pieces, all different colors. And when you meet up with other Wonder and Whimsy Society members, if you want to trade pieces so you can get different colors, you can do that. But this is only...
I can't wait for that part.
The only way to get Wonder Marty is being
and
in
you just
the
don't know what
secret
colors
society.
he'll come. We do have to say, we have access to a bunch of colors, and the kids are taking them all apart and reassembling them so that really, I don't know the math on this, but I don't know how many different versions of Wonder Marty there will be, which is pretty cool. The exponential numbers are just, crazily.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One of the things that we wanted to share, we're launching this for the first time. And so, we're already getting a lot of feedback, and we're getting people who are signing up. They're excited. But we had a lot of people ask, do you have a monthly payment plan? And as a way to kind of even out the investment. The challenge is because so much of our investment is upfront for all of the things we have planned out. We can't really do a monthly thing very easily. However, literally 2 hours ago, we just launched a new thing for anyone who maybe is on the fence, is interesting, but money's a little bit tight right now, not sure if I can pull it off, is we have a way that we can break the payment into 2 payments. So it's one payment when you sign up and another one in 6 months. So it kind of cuts it in half a little bit to help give you a little bit of breathing room if that's something that you need.
This is 2 hours old, you guys.
Yeah, literally, it was we want to be able to do this to help people out. How can we make it happen? And we did a little research. I think we could make this happen. So if anyone didn't know about that we haven't announced that before now, it's kind of a big announcement that we wanted to share that may make a difference to some people. I hope it does, because I know this is an investment. I know it's definitely something different than we've ever done before. It is a little bit in line with the price point of an Escape Adulthood Summit.
Right.
But the challenge is, and that's really what I wanted to share, is those of you who already signed up, you have no idea how awesome that makes us feel, because it reminds me a lot when we first did the very first Escape Adulthood Summit. We were afraid literally no one would come. No one would sign up. And we were like, how few people can we get and still be able to do it? And I think it was 12. It was we needed at least 12.
Was the number.
And my worst case scenario was that we'd get 8 and then have to call everyone and tell them that it was canceled because we couldn't put it on. Well, we ended up selling out, which was a surprise. But this is similar in that we're doing something and you sort of have to trust us, because it's not like an obvious thing. It's sort of like get something by mail. It's sort of like a retreat. It's sort of like a mastermind group, but it's not. It's a lot of different things in one. And we realize, especially for this first time, a lot of it is just going on trusting that we will deliver an experience, that we will bring everything we have. And
take that very seriously.
Take it very seriously. And so those of you who have signed up, thank you so much. Your commitment just made us even more committed to blow your socks off and get this thing rolling.
This is going to be overflowing by the end of this,
so basically, all of this stuff in here is what goes in the Wonder and Whimsy Society. And this is, there's more, but we only have an hour show here. So thank you to everyone who has signed up. It means the world to us that you trust us. I know that this is going to be quite an experience. And because we want to put so much into it, that's why we're closing the doors on August 24th. Because we don't want to have to be selling this all the time. No. This is it. This is your chance. I don't know when we'll open the doors again, but we really want to focus on the people. We want to focus our talents and our time on the people who have signed up for it. Of course, if it's not for you right now, we'll still be doing these weekly shows. We'll still be doing the free insider every week. We're still going to be putting stuff in the world, but for the most part, our focus for the next year is really going to be
this
on
is a pretty full
this.
jar, you guys.
Yes.
And there's 3 kids upstairs that will be helping us with all this as well. So, this is helping us to focus, which I'm sure many of you guys can relate to with the COVID stuff too, right? All these new priorities or maybe all these new opportunities. What do you focus on? So the Wonder and Whimsy Society became a wonderful way for us to put our creative energy into one place that we're pretty pumped about. The other thing we forgot to mention is the partner in crime thing.
Yes.
So this is something inspired by the summit where someone, I want to come with my husband or my daughter or my neighbor. And how does that work? So we have a partner in crime membership where you guys can live in separate places and get your boxes sent separately, and there's still a discount. Or you can be in the same household and there's even a bit bigger discount because we only have to ship things once. So it's all kind of set up with the different tiers. But it's a neat opportunity to share this with someone who you want to grab by the hand and say, you know what, we don't do enough together, or we need something to kind of, bring us a little closer. And we've seen so many different relationships, thrive in this. So
yeah, we've already had husbands and wives sign up. We've had mothers and daughters.
Yeah.
And just so you know, like, if you want to include your family in on it, you don't have to do a partner in crime. Right. So you could just get one membership and kind of most of the stuff is shareable. The secret missions you can all do together. The main difference is like if we send out a book or like a T-shirt, let's say, or a specific item like that.
Or you want to participate in the masterminds with your spouse. Or
the things that kind of require spot. You'll get like a really cool membership, like badge that comes with this, and there'll be certain events that we have going forward where that badge is sort of like a ticket or a seat. So you need more than one to get into things, but for the most part a lot of the stuff can be shared with the whole family, so it's not like you have to have like one for every person in the family or anything like that, unless you want to make sure that every person has their own stuff, right?
Which, by the way, that red, did you want to show the red thing?
Yes.
The other thing we keep talking about is the founding member. So yes, well, this is like an example of what the membership kit will come in. The first mailing will have some goodies packed in here with the member handbook, and Christy Ward already talked about getting fun mail.
Wonder
the
Marty,
idea of getting fun mail is very, very exciting. But yes, this founding member launch, I mean, there's only going to be one cohort of founding members. So the idea that you guys will be in on kind of the groundwork of where this goes, what direction it takes. And we plan on this being the lowest price it ever becomes. So that's something you will kind of get in on also.
Yep.
So
yeah.
I think that's a good, I know we kind of hinted at things for the last several weeks, and then even the Facebook Lives, we just gave you little nuggets, but we wanted to kind of give you the bigger picture. And of course at wonderandwhimsy.fun you'll see the whole story and all the payment options and all of that.
And if you have any questions, feel free to email us at kj@escapeadulthood.com. If there's anything we didn't answer, there is a frequently asked question thing at the bottom of the page that you can check out. But
we hope you'll join us.
It's an open invitation. I know it's a weird time for a lot of people, but it's one of those things that's kind of like now. It felt like now we need something like this. We need more whimsy. We need more wonder in the world because we have so much darkness. So this is one way that we're offering this as an option. We hope that you will join us.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
All right, you guys. So here's the deal. The minute that we pass over the Twisty straw for the boring regular straw is the moment we can know for sure that we have officially succumbed to adultitis. So this painting that I have with me here today is called A Little Whimsy. And if you look really, really close, you might be able to tell that the mane on this giraffe has pink and purple streaks in it. Now, interestingly, when I first began this painting and was working on the early stages, I intended for the spots to have all different colors in it as well and be really filled with whimsy. But as it went along, some of you artists out there, you might know, like when you're in the middle of a piece, sometimes it takes on a life of its own. And sometimes it kind of goes in a direction that you didn't anticipate. And that was the case with this one. It ended up that I felt like, I think it needs to be mostly more natural colors, except for this whimsical mane, of course, right? And of course the little twisty straw. And that's the thing, is the title became a little whimsy. And the thing about whimsy is, to me and to Kim, it's such an important but overlooked thing. It has the power to transform our businesses, our environments, and our lives. So let's just say your business, for example. If you would like to generate a more positive word of mouth for your business, or maybe you would like employee morale and engagement to increase. Maybe you want your customer satisfaction ratings to rise. Maybe you're a part of a cause or a charity or a association and you want to attract more people to it. Or maybe you just want to have life feel more magical. Well, I've got the secret for you, and it's a little whimsy. Now, keep in mind I said a little. Just like one drop of food coloring into a little bit of water, a little whimsy is enough to transform everything. The giraffe in this painting sort of sums up this concept perfectly. If you just have too much whimsy, no one takes you seriously. If you're walking around with just clown shoes on, going to the bank, and, rainbow hair, like everything is ridiculous, no one takes you seriously. But if you have just a little bit, the world takes notice. So I want to give you an example. One of the things that I love most about Canada, and I don't know if anyone has ever said this about Canada, but I noticed that their walk signals are different than what we have here in the state. Not all of them, but a lot of their walk signals look like this. And when I saw this little dude, I was like, man, he looks happy. He looks like he's got like a pep in his step. He looks, like he's positive or optimistic somehow. He doesn't have a face. I don't know what is going on here. And then I compared him to his U.S. cousin, who is just like crunched over, burdened by the world, right? Looks like he's in pain, which kind of makes sense because he's got no feet. I think that's the thing. The Canadian guy, he's got feet. And he's just like, hey, dudes, how's it going? And this other guy's like, oh, woe is me, I don't know. It's a subtle difference, but I would much rather be the fellow on the top, wouldn't you? So just a little bit of whimsy is enough to remind you of that child that still lives inside, right? It's the one that knows that even though you have to fill out that tax form, doesn't mean you have to like it. That child inside is the one who's good at inciting small rebellions. That's what we did on Escape Adulthood Day, was just all sorts of little small rebellions, these little tiny things. It might look like dyeing a pink streak in your hair. It might be wearing colorful socks under your business attire. It might be transforming an old kickball into a cool planter, or surprising your wife with a fun anniversary message to let Adultitis know that there's a new sheriff in town. They may be simple, but it was Leonardo da Vinci who said simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. They're often overlooked, but they make a big difference. And it's tempting to kind of see these things, little touches of whimsy, as frivolous, superfluous, insignificant. But they actually do something quite important. They have the power to uplift the human spirit. And we need that now more than ever. Indeed, whimsy is divine. And so the prescription is to add a little whimsy to someone's day. And if that someone is you, all the better. Whenever you can add a little whimsy and gladness and gaiety to a person's day, do it. As P.T. Barnum said, the noblest art is that of making others happy. Never underestimate the power of a little whimsy.
I will not underestimate the power of a
You're
little...
like the whimsy queen.
My biggest problem is finding out that line, because the backstory of that giraffe is that when the day he colored it all brown, I was like crying. I'm like, no.
Kim was not happy about that little decision of mine, but
luckily for all my heart hunting friends, if you haven't noticed the heart yet, in his neck, maybe that'll break. There's a little bit of solace in that for me, you know.
Well, speaking of, this painting behind us, it's time to do a little drawing. And like I said, we're going next level. So get ready.
Boy.
Let's do this. All right, you guys. So what we're going to do today is we're going to draw a giraffe with a twisty straw.
Whew.
I feel like I could say this every week, but your dream is coming true because I know you woke up this morning thinking, man, if only today were the day that I'd be able to draw a giraffe with a twisty straw. So, okay. Here's how we're going to do this. You're going to start out with your paper and you're going to draw a straight line from the top middle down about halfway, just like that, okay? And then you're going to draw another line straight down, not quite that long, just like this, okay? So far, so good. And scene. No,
I'm like, what?
Okay.
That's pretty abstract, Jay.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a little curve right here like that. Okay, so far, so good.
I'm seeing it.
I'm going to draw another little line down like this.
No, I just have to stop for a minute because you just made 4 lines and I can literally tell it's going to be a giraffe.
It's supposed to be a secret. You're supposed to come together at the very end. But no, I kind of told you it was going to be together, so.
But I mean, how do you do a giraffe in 4 lines? Like already I could tell.
All right, well, if you followed my instructions, you just did that yourself, right?
True.
Okay, now this one is really hard to explain, so I'm just gonna draw this. But it's basically, we're going to draw his little lips. And the top lip is longer. Okay? So just kind of do that. And if you want to put a little smile on there, or a little mouth. Okay? And then what we're going to do up his little, I don't know what they're called, antlers, horns. Yeah. So up here where we had this little corner, you're going to draw a little rectangle with a little bump on the top, a little circle bump. Okay, this is, simplified version here. And then I'm going to draw a line right here. And I'm going to do his ear. And that's just going to be a little line like that.
A little happy ear.
And then we're going to simplify the eye. I'm just going to put a little eye in there. But like giraffes, we've seen them up close. They have these really big eyelashes. So I'm going to do the eyelash thing there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw kind of like a curvy line. That's going to be the bottom of the neck. Just up from the corner and bring it down, okay? And then you can draw in spots. And if you want to be like Kim and draw a little heart in there for people to notice. And again, the cool thing about giraffes, and I'm pretty sure this is a true fact, I might just be making it up, is that giraffes, their like spot pattern is different. So you can make it however you want to make it.
And Jody Bazoo says ossicones.
Bless you. I assume she means those are the little horny things,
I am also
right?
assuming the rectangles with the circles on top.
And I'm also assuming you're pronouncing it terribly wrong, if I know anything about you.
I am also assuming that, and I probably butchered your last name too, so I apologize.
Okay, so that's a hat trick right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to color all this in. Again, this is kind of a natural look. You do you, all right? Do however you want, but
we've seen all different shades of giraffe. I mean, there's different darker ones, right? The ones in the Nashville Zoo are really dark. I don't know if that means certain types. I don't know.
Okay, but I am going to do, just for this one, I am going to do some different colors in here. Okay.
Oh, see?
So now he does it, right?
Oh, man, because he can erase it. It's not oil paint.
Like I said, it just meant to be. Like, it wouldn't work.
Cool.
It wouldn't work, the painting a little whimsy, if it was, like, filled with whimsy.
Hey, so. I pronounced it right, she said.
Yeah?
So,
Well, you know what they say about squirrels finding nuts. Blind ones, I should say. Okay, so then this is kind of a fun part here is we're going to do the mane. I'm going to bring this down a little bit.
Kristen's just joining us. She says, why are you drawing a leopard with a long neck?
Nailing it. So this is, again, a fun part.
I love that mane.
I always like to give people the option to add their creativity to it and add in different colors.
Nice.
So I look forward to. Now, unfortunately, we don't have examples of last week's drawings, but we'll show them next week. We'll double up next week.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is this Twisty straw, which again, you can kind of do however you want to do it. When I came up with this idea, I was like, that would be so funny to think about, a giraffe that has this long neck, and then it also has this twisty straw. Plus their tongues are really long. So this twisty straw concept really just sort of fit together for me. Mm-hmm. So he's got this little twisty straw. He or she.
Pink too. That is.
All right. So there's your giraffe with twisty straw.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see you guys. And you can always send them to us at kj@escapeadulthood.com. We want to see what you guys come up with.
Yes. Definitely want to see the examples. There's a lot of room for creativity this week with being able to add different things to it. But let us move on to a studio sneak peek.
All right, when you're married to an artist for 20 years, after about 5 to 10 of them, he or they, maybe you can relate to this if you have an artist spouse or a friend, they do not take the excuse that you were not creative or you're not an artist. They don't take that for an answer. So this guy has been pushing and pushing and pushing in a loving way. Most times, I would say 99 times out of 10, it's loving. The other 1% I needed a push to kind of up my game a little bit.
Yeah, so we're kind of turning the tables on the studio sneak peek this week. Usually it's in my studio, but we wanted to share something that is kind of cool for Kim. So in the welcome pack for the Wonder and Whimsy Society, there's going to be a little card from us, and this card just so happens to be created by Kim with her photography. And so she's coming out with a card line, and that will be, it's a kind of a spoiler alert, but Wonder and Whimsy Society people will be the first people to get the first cards off the line in part of the mailing. So I want to know from you, Kim, because that's one of the things as an artist or even as an author, when like the books arrive, when the thing that you created arrives, there's like a certain feel. What did that feel like to you? I was excited to see you open the box and see them come out. So
it was pretty cool. I've seen Jason have this moment so many times. Sometimes I'm a youngest child of 4 kids, so I've had that experience a lot where you saw everybody else experience it, and then by the time you do it, you're like, yeah, I have my license, woohoo, But I would say this wasn't really one of those moments. I did have that unique, like, that's cool. That's like a whole huge box of my art. So I want to thank you for continuing to encourage and, of course, being able to show the kiddos. They've seen my photography journey from the very beginning as well. And thank you to everybody who's been encouraging me. It's not just Jason. I know many of the folks in Wonder Hunt and Matt as well. We encourage each other. So
yeah, I think she listens to you guys more than me. So I also thank you for encouraging her. And
sometimes that happens.
Wonder Hunt was a big catalyst for that. And she's got so much good stuff that fits the Wonder, the Whimsy, the Escape Adulthood feel, so it all fits under the same umbrella, and I'm excited to see what's next.
Yes.
So
pretty cool. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're going to go speed fire on this because there's so many good ones.
So close to announcing the winner of a free annual membership to the Wonder and Whimsy Society.
Yes. And let's just run through these are just a few, you guys, that were up and posted. But Melissa Lefevre said, what better day on Escape Adulthood Day than to let your kids get messy and dirty and all make Adultitis so mad by that mess. So obviously she was practicing her
mission
preaching.
accomplished.
I know, so cool.
Mary Beth said that instead of going crazy with shenanigating, she just took in the simple joys of a female cardinal on this bird feeder. And she said it just filled her with such childlike wonder that she thought that fit Escape Adulthood Day as well.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. And these two sisters drinking
Shenanigators.
Shenanigator sisters drinking sangria. There was like a little, all the S's there that I'm sure I'm missing an S, but you can tell. Oh, stashed. Yes.
Stashed,
As I look at the picture again, stashed sisters drinking sangrias. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
This is classic Helen. She not only mismatched her nails, which I'm a big fan of, if you can see them, but she is wearing Winnie the Pooh jammies and eating Captain Crunch. I mean, this is like...
What's not to love? If that's not Escape Adulthood all in one photo, I don't know what is, right?
So good. Betsy said that she may have had more fun than her kiddo on this one. Like, she was almost like, I really do think I may have
I love this photo. In the bottom corner, you can see little legs sticking out. Someone's crawling into it.
She actually posted tons of photos. So if you know her, like, check them all out. This sport was epic. So pretty awesome. And then Suzanne's here with us tonight. Oh, my gosh. These pictures that you sent, Suzanne, of all of, and I love the W, like all the marker fun you guys had. It looked like some serious laughter was happening.
I'm sure people took you seriously for the rest of the day, as did
and I'm sure
people
you
for
had
us.
the same experience as I am, scrubbing in the shower with your washcloth. So.
Well, here's a fun fact. Our daughter, Virginia, Ginny, Roe, she goes by many names, she actually went to church with her rainbow mustache and everything on it because we're still required to wear masks indoors. So Kim's like, well, you're wearing a mask. You literally can't see any of it because the mask covers all of it. And so she wore that. And then when she came home, it was like we'd forgotten that she actually had the rainbow mustache and all that. It was pretty classic. So it was an opportunity.
It's like a little secret.
So it's sort of a parenting trick that we've adopted is that always say yes when you can. And there was no reason that we needed to say no to that because then when you do need to say no, you've built up some political capital. So it's a little hack.
Yep. And Christy was wearing this shirt when she did what she couldn't photograph, which was to ride the cart through the Target parking lot, the grocery cart or the shopping cart. So how cool is that? And later, I believe they also went on a pajama run, which inspired us the next night.
Good twofer right there.
Right? Okay, not a disappointment at all. Not only their shirts, right? Kara and Paul. I mean, that Mr. Bubbles shirt is like awesome. But they had made a living room tent, made breakfast nachos. Okay, wouldn't expect anything less. They looked amazing.
I mean, it's not ice cream for breakfast, but
I think I'd rather have
pretty rad.
Nachos.
Ours is not sustainable. That's the thing.
Yes, it's true. And then watched like Disney movies, which I think I see Kermit on their TV. How epic!
Yeah, well, and I don't think I'm speaking out of school to say Kara and Paul were the very first husband and wife partners in crime to join the Wonder and Whimsy Society. So
surprise.
We're so excited to have them on board.
Yes.
A lot of people in this slideshow are already members, so that's cool.
Joanne, man, she just went and visited this amazing field of sunflowers and sent so many pictures. They were gorgeous. So what a cool way to experience that joy. Shannon, now I don't want to get this wrong. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, Shannon. She went and got like a kid's meal, and in the kids' meal was a dinosaur sidewalk chalk, which I'm like, that is really random. Cool. And she was like, it was perfect because I needed dinosaur sidewalk chalk.
As we all do.
I didn't want to mess that up.
We'll have to buy a gross of them and put them in a quarterly secret mailing.
I can't even picture it. It's like, all right. Then Sharon got this really cool cookbook that she was trying out. These are Reese's bars.
Are those like Reese's Pieces?
Yes. With hazelnut liqueur.
I need to eat that
with
right now.
With hazelnut liqueur. So, yes.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. She put up a couple of
I'm all about that.
Awesome, right? That was really yummy.
Couple more here.
Yes, Mike Schroeder. This one, we were like, oh my gosh, he let his daughters paint his toenails, but only if he could wear his
Macho Man shirt. By the way, I noticed that shirt. Like, I didn't hear the story, but I saw that. I'm like, that is classic old school Macho Man literally wore that. And I'm a wrestling nerd. We're just getting it all out. I'm a nerd in so many ways. This show is revealing them all. But classic shirt. And
so the fact that, and there was a video involved in these little fingers painting the toes.
Did Mike have something a while back where he was, there was a picture of him with his girls and he was singing Frozen tunes as well?
I think he was telling us about it. Maybe in the member
somewhere.
profile.
That could be.
Yes.
That's right, in the Escape Adulthood League. So another example of someone that is already in the Wonder and Whimsy Society. So if you wonder who are the types of people that you'll be able to hang out with, there you go. Case in point.
Crazy awesome. And then Jody put up this amazing shot, which, by the way, I'm like, how do you get a shot like that? That is crazy good, Jody.
It's very subtle. I'm hoping it's showing up in the
like,
video.
This is the first time in 25 years that I saw the Milky Way over the weekend. So she said it did not disappoint, and it was kind of a neat connection to old memories and making new ones. So beautiful.
Yes.
Wow.
Very cool. Very cool.
Amazing ways to escape adulthood. Then we have Mary, who went to a really cool place in Rochester? Not Rochester. That's where she's from. Like, I can't remember the name of the town, but maybe Walt and Linda can comment. She went to Lark Toys.
Oh, yeah.
They took us there. And it's like this amazing toy shop with these handcrafted carousel and all this kind of stuff.
It's the kind of toy store that you dream a toy store should be, basically.
And it's just beautiful, kind of on the bluffs of the Mississippi River. But she went with books in hand and gave all the staff a chance of awesome books. So how cool is that? Of course, Mary is also a member of the Wonder and Whimsy Society. This is the kind of stuff Mary does all the time, you guys. The fact that she would celebrate Escape Adulthood Day, spreading the brand and our message. She's just one of those people that
she's one of the best.
Mary, so cool.
One of the best. So yeah, thank you guys. Like we said earlier, there were so many pictures. There's so many other ones that could have made it in here. This is not by any stretch this is the tip of the iceberg. So thank you to everyone who played along with us to have that fun day. I think this is going to have to be an annual tradition for sure. But one of the things we want to do as the prize. Did you something else you want to say before that?
No, but I don't think we have a drum roll, do we? I have I'm like looking at the sounds. I mean, we'll have to do.
No, we'll have to do a drum roll.
Everybody start doing a drum roll, like wherever you are.
So we basically tried to find every single person we could find. We already, in our head, we were like, well, if they already signed up for Wonder and Whimsy Society, then they get a free refund or full refund. If they don't, it's like free refund, like all refunds. I feel like you're going to pay for the refund. And if they aren't already signed up, then it must be meant to be. So we were like, okay, who's it going to be? So we're going to start it out.
Everybody, come on. Do it on your lap.
And the winner is...
Ready?
Go ahead.
Helen Meisner.
Helen Meisner. Helen Meisner, who it just so happens to be on here tonight, which I'm very excited about, so we don't have to email you to tell you the news. Like, hey, guess what? You won something.
Yes, and so deserving. Helen, you're always bringing so much joy to the community. So we're so excited to welcome you as an official member, a founding member of the Wonder and Whimsy Society.
Yeah, so we'll be in touch to get all the details on that, get all the things we need to get you your first first mailing. But congratulations. And again, there she is.
Yay!
She says, woohoo.
Yay! So glad you're alive tonight.
How cool.
To be here for that.
That's really cool. A lot of people congratulating her. So it was awesome. Really cool to see that name come up.
Yep.
Okay. Next, as we're winding things down, we have another thing to give away, right?
Yes. Yes. We have a little Whimsy beach towel. Yes, and our winner last week won a beach towel as well.
Yes, we got a few beach towels left over. Figured we'd give them away before the summer is officially over.
Oh, this is cool.
This is huge, dude.
Yes. Oh my gosh, way bigger than the actual painting. So last week's winner was Dawn Waite, and she actually already posted a picture of her beach towel. Oh yeah.
Purple and pink in there, really cool.
Really neat.
Do we have to give that away?
That's our last one.
I want to keep that one. All right. Well, we promised.
All right. Our question.
You can still buy them on the website. I guess I can buy myself one. The question here tonight is: what would be the best thing about having a giraffe as a pet? No doubt there are many different good reasons.
I'm channeling like a little Shel Silverstein or something, right? Doesn't it seem like he would have a really good reason to have a giraffe as a pet?
See that. I could see a poem by him. I could see a
little Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss action going on. Yes. So Ginny, we asked the kids at supper. I think she was the only one who answered.
Yeah.
But she said that's because so you can ride on its neck. That was her main thing.
I think that's probably a very common one as a kid.
Yes.
Like, why wouldn't you want to ride on its neck, right?
So we're getting some answers here. Jody says rubbing their soft. Oh, okay. How do you pronounce it? I can't believe I'm asking you how to pronounce something.
I have no idea. That was a long time ago.
Don't push your luck. You get one a day. Here's I like the practicality. Cleaning the gutters for me. Very good.
Awesome.
Very good. Neck snuggles, says Kristen. I like that.
Nice.
Helen says you'd have the best view at the parade. No doubt about that.
That's for the Shel Silverstein. I could see him doing that, right?
Yep, Barb, I could take him into the Meijer grocery store and he or she could reach everything on the top shelves that I can't.
Nice.
Another gutter cleaner. It's classic. We wouldn't have to hire tree trimmers at the farm.
Hey,
right? That would be a reason enough for us to have one.
How many times have I said we should have went into tree trimming as a business?
Right. Naomi says they have huge hearts. They do. But you know what is a fun fact about giraffes? They have the same amount of vertebrae as we do.
What?
You know that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. They're just big. They're freaking big, as you can imagine.
Oh, man.
What else we got? Dory.
I love how Jason could be my brain for me. It's like, you literally do know that. I'm like, I literally do not know that.
When the kids watch this over, they will all be disappointed and ashamed that you think you don't know that.
Yeah.
Doreen, all my trees would be trimmed.
Nice.
Steve says social distancing would be so much easier, right?
Stay apart. Love it.
Naomi, slide.
Ooh, nice.
Suzanne, help decorating the Christmas tree. Good. Jody, to be licked by it, just like a puppy when I come home at night.
That tongue.
Now, you do remember that you've been licked by one,
yes,
right? I don't
and
have to
maybe
remind
we
you
should
of that.
show that video next week.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we pulled
we'll
that out of
dig
the
that
archives.
Yeah.
Jody, to be licked by... Oh, I just pulled that up. Sorry. It was a good one. What else we got? Very soft. What was the one? Oh, yeah, here's a good one. Brenda, great selfies from up high.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Like a selfie stick. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Kelsey backs up. That is true. 7 cervical bones.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
It's crazy. They're just like
wow.
huge,
Huh.
as you would expect. All right. Well, keep those answers coming. We will keep this open for a while, and we'll pick a winner. You mentioned who won last week, right, Dawn?
Yeah, Dawn Waite won last week. Thanks, Dawn, for watching and answering.
So I always love seeing these answers coming in. So the doors are open to the Wonder Whimsy Society until August 24th. So we got a little over a week to think about it, sign up. Like we said earlier, we do now have a payment plan-ish where we're able to kind of break down the payment into 2 chunks. We would love to have you come on this adventure with us. Again, thank you to everyone who is already a part of things. It's going to be a blast, I think. Epic. We're looking forward to it.
Let us know what questions you have. You know, the K&J at Escape Adulthood, you can always send it there, or just visit our website, fill out a form, whatever you want to do to throw out your questions.
Big things in store, but that is it for this show. Until next time, Adultitis Fighters.
Shine on, spread whimsy, and be awesome.
You did?